Everyone, you're watching the PPSIMMONS channel. My name is Mike Shoesmith and I am one of the moderators here, and I'm here with my special friend, the official PPSIMMONS fireman, Reggie. There's Fireman Reggie. Say hi, Reggie.
Hi.
Now that's Reggie. Hey everybody. Now today is a very special day here with the PPSIMMONS ministry, because today is the first annual official PPSIMMONS Burn the Origins Day. Now I'm holding a book in my hand. This is not the book we're going to burn. This is the book that was by special request from our very own PPSIMMONS narrator, Carl Gallups. He requested that we use Richard Dawkins' book, The Ancestor's Tale, as kindling for this very special first annual PPSIMMONS Burn the Origins Day. So we're going to use this book as kindling. This is Richard Dawkins' book, The Ancestor's Tale. This is approximately 700 pages of presuppositions that evolution is real and we should just accept it and move on. And that's what this book is. So we're using that as kindling today per special request from Carl Gallups. So here you go, Mr. PPSIMMONS fireman. And we'll get this sucker going here. And while he's doing that, I want to introduce to you the book that we're really going to be burning. This is the book by Charles Darwin. It is about 150 years old now, and it's called The Origin of Species. Well, that's what they're calling it today, but that's not what it was called originally. Originally, this book was called On the Origin of Species by Means of Natural Selection, the Preservation of Favored Races in the Struggle for Life. Now, that was the first edition that was written by Charles Darwin himself. That's what he called it. And they've taken the favored races part out because, well, they didn't want people to know that Charles Darwin was in fact a racist. And I just want to read a small portion of the book to you. And this is page 7, and it is the last paragraph from the introduction of the book. This is Charles Darwin speaking. He says, "I can entertain no doubt, after the most deliberate study and dispassionate judgment of which I am capable, that the view which most naturalists until recently entertained, and which I formerly entertained, namely that each species has been independently created, is erroneous. I am fully convinced that species are not immutable, but that those belonging to what are called the same genera, or genus, or biblical kind, are lineal descendants of some other and generally extinct species in the same manner as the acknowledged varieties of any one species are the descendants of that species." So basically he's saying that it's a descent back to extinct species, and that is how we arrived at where we are today. Well, if only Charles Darwin could have lived to see the scientific fact that that is in and of itself erroneous. That did not happen as he predicted and as he believed. And now we see scientifically that all of the genuses are isolated to each other, and that is the biblical kind. And every creature was created after its own kind, as the Bible predicts. And that's what we see scientifically, that everything is isolated gametically to its own kind. And so that is real science. But this book is responsible for a great many atrocities in the world. The Holocaust is one of them. And teaching children that they're only animals today in schools is child abuse. And this book is responsible for that. There's a lot of book burning going on in the world today with some pastors burning the Qur'an and the U.S. government burning Bibles in Afghanistan. But you know what? If there's a book out there that deserves to be burned, it is Charles Darwin's The Origin of Species. And that's what we're doing today. Today is the first annual Burn the Origins Day here at the PPSIMMONS ministry, and that's what we're doing with this book.